We are go for liftoff in T-minus 30.
Hit the record button.
Gosh, that's swell.
It's a Laude Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everybody. This is Italo from Italo's Black Talk Radio, and I want to welcome my second interview with a TikToker, and I'm very excited to have the next person. His name is Calvin Austin. He's a great singer, composer, songwriter, producer, and a TikTok sensation because we've been enjoying his music yesterday, I think it was. Every time I see him on, I'm like, okay, forget what I'm doing and just tune in because your music is very inspiring, very uplifting. I feel like I'm in church and I'm like, oh my God, I feel so good, you know? But yeah, welcome to the show, Calvin.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so I've been, like I said, I've been following you and been listening to your music. And can you describe what kind of music you do on your TikTok or your professional life?
I am a musician at heart. That means I love. Now I was raised in church. Me being a musician producer. And I have a degree in music as well. I've been exposed to all genres, so I love music, period, from blues, jazz, classical, country, R&B. So I love music, because music is really universal. The only thing that makes it different is the kind of words you put on top of it. But I am a lover of music, period.
Yeah. And it was funny because the first time I saw you, right, and then you were just playing music, and I was like, "Who's that? Who's that singing?" Right? And you were not singing; you were just, playing your music. And everybody kept asking, like, "Who is that?" Like, I want to know who sings the song, and we would think. I think everybody that tuned in for the first time, they're like, "Who's singing? Wow, that's a good song, but who's singing this song?" And you were just jamming to your own music and telling people, "Yeah, that's me," and it was amazing, like the reception that you're getting on TikTok. And for those that are listening, I'm posting the information below, so I'm gonna put your bio below and your links to your website as well, and your information so people can follow you and listen to you. But I can tell you love music.
I love it. It's in my DNA. I love music. So yeah, there's no way around it.
Right. So who instilled this love for music?
Man, I was born into a musical family. My dad is he's a singer and a musician. I grew up, he had a quartet group that would sing, so I would always see my dad. I have aunts and uncles that played the piano and sang, and so I remember they started us singing like before I was probably a teenager. We had a little quartet group called the Voices of Hope, and I was the young Michael Jackson because I was the young one that could sing high. And so I remember, way back then singing with my cousins in a group. So I grew up in a musical family. It was all around me. Then I was partially raised by my grandma who had an upright piano. So that's how I, started learning how to play, because music was always around me. And all she would do was sing songs, and I would just bang out on the piano. And if I couldn't understand the song, she would sing different harmony parts so I could hear it. So but with my family, it was in my blood and all the ways around me. So that's why I got to blame it on.
So since you're talking about your upbringing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you were basically not. It was not like taught to you, like, or was it? Did you take singing lessons? Did you go through the whole motion, or you just picked it up?
Nope.
Okay.
I started playing by ear, because I always heard music, and harmony just came natural to hearing different parts, and so I would bang out and hear harmony parts. I remember in my early stages of learning how to play the piano, I would just throw my hands down on the keyboard until something sounds good, and then I open my eyes and be like, let me remember what that is. So everything was by ear. Only time I took lessons is when I went to college for music. And so, by that time,
right.
I'm 18 years old. So from kid up to 18, everything was by ear and what I remember and picking up from somebody else.
Right. Yeah, I don't envy you because obviously I don't envy talented people, or to me are, naturally talented. I don't envy you, but I do wish that I had picked up on an instrument or something growing up. But I always admire artists. I'm an artist myself. I do poetry and other things, but music is so universal and it connects you. It can be, I actually grew up in Peru. I was born here, but I grew up in Peru. So for me, musically speaking, I grew up with the same music, with Motown or, Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie and Stevie Wonder. So and Beatles. I love the Beatles. But yeah, basically, I think it connects you in any language. Music does.
It's very universal. You can go to China and just play music. They ain't even got to understand. You ain't got to say nothing, but the music will translate for itself. Once you start speaking, that's when, you get into mixed up. But music in general, if I just play some chords, people are like, man, whatever language they speak, that is beautiful. So, yeah, music is universal everywhere. Yeah, there's no discrimination in music. Only time it changes is when you put words on it for a specific genre. That's it.
Right. Now, what is your take on TikTok? Because you're kind of famous on TikTok. No.
No.
It's
not in
you
my
got a lot
eyes,
of followers, but
okay. So what is my take as far as what?
Well, as far as a platform, because as you know, everybody's been on Facebook and everybody's on Instagram. But once I got into TikTok and then I started doing content, I did not expect the amount of people that I was going to get. And also my partner, too. My partner, he's been posting different things, and he got like 20K followers. And I'm like, how do you do that? Like, I was ahead of the game for a minute, and then he just took over. But I'm just saying, like, how it's kind of like, for me, it's very it's like an open door to anything you want to explore. I think it's really great. I don't know about, the content is pretty great. I mean, it could be bad, it could be good too, because I've seen that stuff. But
true. What I like about TikTok versus the other media platforms, TikTok, you don't have to know anybody, but you're exposed to everybody. The other media platforms it's all in who you know and who you connect with. TikTok, if you make a good content and they show it, people in every part of the world can see it, and if they like it, that's the difference between, I have followers on Facebook and Instagram, but most of them know me, so it's a limitation because they are limited. They are limiting me to what they know about me. TikTok has no clue about who I really am. All they are judging me is by my character or my content. And if they like my content and what I display, they support it. Facebook is like, no, I know who he is, and so yeah, he's good to this level or to this limit. He's good to that, And so, but TikTok is like, man, the stuff that you do, I like what he do, so let me follow him and let me, I am forming a relationship with people all over the world that don't know me personally. They just know my content and love the energy that I put into my content. And so there's no limit, but Facebook and Instagram, and they're like, yeah, I know him, and, this is what I know about him, and I'm going to let him stay in the box that I know him at. TikTok, you know what I'm saying? TikTok, it ain't no boxes. Like, whatever your content exposes you to, that's what they're going to support, and it's support from all over the world. And once you make real connections, you will always have those great connections. The people that follow me, that's why I'm enjoying live. I, was a little scared of live, but I go live because the people that follow me, I can interact, and they can see, well, he's a real person with a real great personality. Now, you see all these other big accounts that don't go live, and so people can't touch them or interact with them. So, and they don't follow them back. That's a whole nother conversation. But
I know
I can interact with people, and they see like, oh, he's a really real person and a great person. And so I love it, because every time I go live, when you go out, I'm saying, where are y'all from? Because that always fascinates me with people in Canada, South Africa, Hawaii, and I'm here in Little Virginia, Hampton, Virginia, can interact with people all over the world. I love it. It's mind-blowing to me.
It's amazing. Yeah, I have people that are asking for me. They're like, when are you going live? And they're in Australia, New England, or England, all over the States. But, I have Japan. I'm like, Japan? Are you from Japan?
Exactly.
Okay. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. It's like reality TV to me. Like, if you think of reality TV as the housewives of whatever state or whatever city, that's not real to me. That's not reality.
It's not. It's scripted. And
TikTok is very, very. I've seen people do the silliest stuff on live. It's very psychologically interesting to me how people can expect them sleep or what should put makeup on, or and I'm like, wow, what's in your head?
I stumble up on a couple of them, and they just sit there looking at the phone. Hey, like, okay, so you just want someone just to sit here and watch you. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So to each his own.
Right. Yeah, to each their own. But yeah, I find it interesting how, and I don't know if it's a generational thing. I'm not sure if it's a millennial thing or if it's a thing where, I don't know. For me, in particularly me or yourself and people that I like to follow, is that I like to see their lives because there's content and there's a message. And there's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something you're going to get from it. Like, I was just scrolling one day, and then I stumbled upon you. And I'm like, okay, well, he's just, and I thought that you were a DJ. That's why I stumbled upon you. I'm like, oh, he's just playing music, And I stay.
I remember when you came on. I remember because I saw your name and it said production. I was like, oh, okay, producer done came on. Okay, and I kept going, and then you asked, you said, so who is this? I said, it's me. You was like, wow. And so I was like, yes, I remember that.
Yeah. So you were asking me if I'm a music producer. I'm like, no.
Exactly.
But I do theater. Yeah, I had to clarify. I'm like, producers, they actually, I admire producers because, you make it happen.
Oh, yeah.
You want to have, because the industry is so corrupt right now, the music industry, and very controversial right now, what's going on in the whole country or the whole world right now. And I'm speaking in particularly from, well, I don't want to be controversial, But there are some artists that put out material out there, and I haven't noticed, but I have been made notice. Like, okay, there's people that put out content out there that is very toxic, and the music sounds very catchy. The sounds is very pop. You know, like, okay, I can work out to this, or I can meditate to this, and then you focus on the lyrics, and you're like, what is going on with? Wow, like,
right.
I'm like, what am I listening to? And that's the thing that I don't know if the people notice the lyrics. I'm a writer, you know what I mean. So, and you are probably the same way, where the first thing you pick up is on the lyrics.
Right. You know, I think what it is, we're living in an era of shock factor. And shock factor makes hits now. You know, I guess I ain't gonna call them name, but you say something crazy and shocking, and then, like you said, as long as it has a good beat, and you know, and somebody famous, it's gonna go all over the world. Like, did you see that? You know, because the latest trend now is the WAP. You know what that is, right?
The WAP.
WAP. The one that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion just put out.
Okay, I haven't. Okay, I don't follow Cardi B, so okay.
But that's the latest. It's the latest hit. It's all on TikTok. I want to gag. I want to spit. I want to do all that. You know.
Oh
it's
my
the
goodness!
shock,
Yes.
Yeah, it's the shock value of the music, and it was like, wow, someone said this.
Yeah.
All right, let's groove to it. So that's the era we live in. The most shocking thing you can say with a good beat is going to be a hit, or if you can get naked or shock us. You know, that's Lady Gaga, because of how she dressed. Although it was good music, but because she shocked us how she dressed, you're like, wow, she is different. So everybody was drawn to it because she was different. Shock value. So that's the era we're in the shock value.
Yeah, not only shock value, but I have noticed they have a message to deliver too, and it's not well intended message, and I don't know what it is. Like I was told to look at this. You know, I was following Billie Eilish. I don't know if you know who she is. Anyways, she's one of the newest artists out there, and I like her song, and I like her lyrics too. And I'm like, okay, she's talking about how she's depressed, and she wants to jump off a bridge, and she's underwater, and so I'm like, okay. And then I started watching her videos, her other videos, and my partner and me and a friend of us were watching it for the first time. And we see her coming down from the skies, and then she turns into a demon, and then blood. And I'm like, wow.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Like the shock. I'm like, the song is cool, but... And then she has another song called Bad Boy, where she gets... anyways, I can go on with her, but... I don't know what their intention is to influence the youth nowadays to go into the occult or go into the darkness. And I mean, everybody has darkness, right? But
right.
No, it's it's scary.
You're right.
Sometimes it's scary.
You're right. Like I said, they have something behind it, but of course it's the shock value, and then, you know, whatever your belief is, and you're going to find that you probably have other people that believe the same thing, and so once people catch on, it goes from there. But the initial thing is, oh, that's shocking, that's different, and by the time you finish listening to it, you're like, yeah, I want to be a demon too, and you don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
There's the message behind it.
Right. And I understand. I mean, there's cosplay and people that want like makeup and stuff like that. And I understand. I used to be that way too. You know, I don't know. I'm wearing horns, but I'm gonna wear horns.
Right.
I don't know, I'm gonna be, a dark angel. What? Fine.
Right.
I think everybody has to go through that. Anyway, it's just maybe I'm getting old. Like we're the same age, but I
Right.
I didn't notice this before, and I know there's been dark stuff growing up in the '80s. There's all that dark stuff, the new wave stuff, and heavy metal stuff that we used to listen to that would shock us anyway.
Yeah, I used to like Kiss as a kid. I don't know why.
Right.
Maybe I think it's because of their outfits and, looking evil. But that was cool to me. So that's how I started.
Right. But yeah, they were very diabolic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Great. Right. So we can be shocked. Come on. Cardi B doesn't have anything on Kiss.
How
Or
about that? Right. Right.
Yeah. So actually, I have a question for you. I don't know if you have. Are you near a piano or something? Because I like to ask a question.
Sure.
I was listening to your music, and there's a lot of music that is, inspired by the Lord and God and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I like it. However, there was a song that really touched me, which is called Grandma's Song. And actually, I was playing it on repeat because I was like, let me stay on this feeling, right? So I can write something. And it really inspires something. I'm like, wow, okay. And all I could do is I want to listen to the music very low. I didn't want to listen to your lyrics because I wanted to just be inspired by the music. So it's a cool song.
Cool. So you want to ask me something about that?
Yeah. Would you like to play it? No. If you want to.
Let me see if I can find that, because that's one of my favorite. I was inspired to write that when my grandma passed, because, she helped raise me. So when she passed, that's one of my ways of, coping with the grieving process is to write a song and express how I feel in that song. And so that's how that song came about. And like I said, the lyrics really tells everything I feel about the song. But it's coming up now. Hold on for a second.
Well, if I okay, let me share what I wrote, if you don't mind. While you're still looking for it.
Go ahead.
So some of your lyrics were, "What can I say about Grandma? What can I put into words what she means to me?" And so this inspired what I wrote. I hope it's not very long. Sitting along, looking out the window, watching the cars and clouds passing by, like she watched everybody growing up and leaving home, like watching her children stumbling down and falling down, opening her doors whenever they needed a home. Now she's in the home. Early memories of my grandmother, being independent, struggling to maintain a roof above everybody's head, never able to get ahead. Victim of circumstance, victim of abuse, victim of neglect. She suffered many losses, always rolled with the punches that life threw at her. Family always comes first, even before her own happiness, before her own sanity, before her mental health. I don't see her as a victim, but a survivor. Even when she was down and out, even when the world seemed to crumble down or around her, even when she didn't remember who she was and who she wanted to be, she wanted for her, or what she wanted for herself, who she really loved. and who still wishes that she lived the life she always wanted. Even when she questioned her faith and questioned God, I believe that deep inside she knows that God loves her, that he hasn't forgotten this wonderful and quite fashionable woman. She isn't perfect. Whoever really is, Grandma, I love you, even from afar.
Wow.
Even when I cannot hug you or kiss you on the cheek, know that you are loved. Hope that one day I can take you out to eat, cruise around, enjoy the party, see the ocean and the beach you love so much. I pray that you find comfort. I pray that I can read this to you before you're gone. I know you'd like that. I pray that I can recite your favorite poem.
Wow. That's amazing, man. And that was the sentiments of my heart. You know, grandmothers are cornerstones to all families. You know, I'm sure you know that. And, you know, there was that glue that held everybody together. If you ask anybody, they'll tell you their grandmas was their biggest fans. I know mine was. Before anybody else believed in me, my grandma was like, my baby can do it. My baby can do it. That's why she pushed me to play for churches. I was scared, but she was like, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah. So this is the song that we're referring to. What can I say about this lady? It really means so much to me. She raised me from a little baby, along with my mother and my daddy. She taught me how to keep a good name. How not to get caught up with fame. She used to sing and get happy when I play. She used to shout and cry and give God praise. She really did believe in me and told the world I was her baby. She really means so much to me. Grandma had she always knew that God would use me. I didn't even know myself. She always wanted to protect me. Even when she was in bad health. Even though she didn't give birth to me. She treated me like I was her baby. She used to sing and get happy when I played. She used to shout and cry and give God praise. She really did believe in me and told the world I was her baby. She really means so much to me. Grandma had was the mother the most, who really loved her like me. I will always
second mother who cared like no other for me. No matter who was looking at her, you're a real relationship with God. I miss you, Grandma.
That was my girl, man.
Wow.
That was my girl.
Yeah, great. And did she get to listen to that song?
No, like I said, I wrote it after she passed.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Right.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I wrote it after she passed, so that helps me with the grieving process, so I can put words in a song, and every now and then listen to it and remember all those great moments.
Right.
But
yeah, that was the one song. You know, it reminded me of Bill Withers' "Grandma's Hands."
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I know that song.
Lyrically, I mean, I don't, not musically.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Right. So, another question is, you're claiming to be an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
So I you know how they have on TikTok, you know how they put your hands out, and every time I say something, you have to put your finger down, one finger at a time.
Uh-huh.
So I have 11 traits from a introvert that I like to see how many fingers you have after I read all of them. You ready?
Got you. Sure.
Okay, so here's the first one. Number 1, you need quiet time or need quiet to concentrate. Number 2, you are reflective. Number 3, you are self-aware. 4, you take time making decisions. Was it 5? 5, feel comfortable being alone. 6, you don't like group work. 7, you prefer to write rather than talk. 8, you feel tired after being in a crowd. I forget the number. Next number is 9. Have few friendships, but very, very close. Sorry, have few friendships. You're very close with these friends. Number 10, you daydream or use your imagination to work out a problem. And 11, you retreat into your own mind to rest. How many fingers you have up?
You took all of them at the end. I ain't even had no more fun. All of those are me. All of those.
Interesting. Yeah,
I think people get confused with mine because I'm able to do TikToks, but I'm here by myself with a phone. Introverts aren't bad or boring people. We have great personalities. We just funny on who we share those with. We have to be real close with you or by ourselves, to do it. And with the job I have as being a musician, I have to deal with people because that's my livelihood. So I know how to give the energy that I want. So I'm good at it. But like I said, after it's over, I am drained. So I need to retreat and recharge and regroup myself to get into my own thoughts so I can, function again later.
And actually, I think it was growing up, I guess, I was introverted. And then I thought it was a negative trait or negative, you know what I mean? And then I just looked it up, and I'm like, this sounds like a very, you know what I mean, like very, and I also match all the traits, right? So, and I didn't even do my own poetry or anything until I was 40. So it took me time. It took me time to come to be comfortable in a crowd, or be comfortable on stage, or like you're comfortable singing, you're comfortable in the choir. But it took time, right? It takes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. In the beginning,
and it's
like
not
you
a
said,
negative.
They started us young, even though I was shy. You know, I didn't want to talk to anybody afterwards. All I would do was just stand there and smile because I was shy. I didn't want to talk. I don't like public speaking even now to this day. But if, you know, I have to do something to sing a song, I'll do it. I'm nervous, sweating, and all that. But I know that's my job. I have to do that. So, yeah, it's not a negative thing, but, you know, it's misunderstood. So us, since we feel it's negative because people don't understand us. Like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you do it? No, you just don't understand us. But it's not a negative thing. We're great people if you get to know us.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know many artists are introverted too. Like I heard of Annie Lennox from Eurythmics.
Okay.
She was petrified. She was petrified to go on stage.
Wow.
But once she went on stage, she turned it up. I'm like, wow.
Right.
And I'm sure, you know, many other artists.
I'm sure.
Were, you know, I think Michael Jackson was introverted.
You can see it.
Yeah, very sensitive. And that's every artist is sensitive, I think, to a degree. Or some of them are not. I don't know. But yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to go on stage and to expose yourself, especially expose your music. I mean, especially when you're writing, you know, lyrics like yours. You know, like talking about your grandmother, talking about, you know, your struggles. It's not easy.
Exactly.
Right. So. But anyways, guys, we're coming close to the end here. But I wanted to remind people that Calvin Austin has music, and there's 2 CDs that you can get, right? There's tell me, I Am Persuaded is one of them, and In the Presence of the King is the other.
Exactly.
Right. So how can they get your music?
Anywhere you can download music, iTunes, or you can download music, whatever your choice of downloading is. Look for Calvin Austin, and it's a black bald-headed man with glasses. My first album, I don't think I wore no glasses, but if you look for a bald-headed black man, that would be me. On both of those, I do have a single that's out too. We wrote for the pandemic called "Pray." But anywhere you can download music, look for Calvin Austin, LVIN AUSTIN, and that would be me. And check it out. Hopefully, it'll inspire you, bless you, or make you think or reflect. But I just love great positive music, and that's what I write. The mine is Christian, but it's positive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing wrong with being, you know, Christian or religious. I think the misconception is that music, like for instance, whenever I hear, let's say, I'm not sure which artist, but usually Motown. But anyways, whenever I hear a love song, the love songs can turn into loving yourself, loving God, loving
very much so.
A partner. So every song that is inspiring is because, you know, if the person that wrote it, I think they sang it with an intention of God or yourself, loving yourself. I think it's relatable. That's the kind of music that I like. I know there's people that like other music, but
and what people don't realize. God is love. That's all. God is love. So if you're singing about love, you're singing about God. So God is love. Yeah.
Precisely. So once again, Calvin, this has been amazing. I thank you for taking time away from your day. I know it's Sunday. I know you probably have to go to church or something, but I do want to thank you once again, and also recommend people that are listening to go check out his TikTok. He's really funny too. He's got duets you can do. I did one this morning, but you can actually interact with him on TikTok. And yeah, you're a great guy. I really appreciate you calling today. But is there any other shout outs you want to do? We have a couple of minutes left. Anybody you want to say hi to?
I just want to thank all my friends, my family. I am married. I've been married over 20 years. I have a son and a daughter. So I want to thank my family, all friends, anybody that even follow me or trying to follow me. I appreciate y'all. I don't ever take anything. I don't take this phone call for granted. I appreciate you for even wanting to have a conversation with me. So I don't take anything. People don't have to be nice. They don't have to like you. They don't have to look at your stuff. So my followers, I appreciate life because, life could be anything. But I appreciate anything that's positive or anything that people do for you or me in my life. So I want to thank everyone, even those that took the time to listen to this. I appreciate you all.
Cool, my God. So one more thing I want to ask you, and then I wrap it up. Can you say this in a song? Can you give me like a tone, you can basically make it a song. Just say the phrase, "You didn't see this coming."
What's the phrase again?
You didn't see that coming.
You didn't see that coming? Put that in a song?
Right. Yeah.
You didn't see that coming. We're in a pandemic right now. You didn't see that coming. People dying everywhere. We didn't see that coming. The world is in a pandemic. We didn't see that coming. We need each other right now. We didn't see that coming. I'm talking with my friend on the phone. I didn't see that coming. I have new friends all over the world. I didn't see that coming. Thank you for listening to us. We didn't see that coming. But we're in a better place because we didn't see that coming. How about that?
That's awesome.
We are go for liftoff in T-minus 30.
Hit the record button.
Gosh, that's swell.
I was born by the river, oh, in a little tent. Oh, just like that river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Y'all keep your head up. A change is gonna come. Please like and share.